cardistry? Well, by definition, it's the performance art of card flourishing. It's an portmanteau of two words, card and artistry. Cardistry came from a branch of magic called card flourishing, where magicians would perform moves as a form of misdirection. The oldest card flourish that are known are the card spring, the thumb fan, and the ribbon spread. My name's Troy, and I'm what you'd consider a cardist. Now, I've been doing cardistry for over a year now, and you could say that I'm an intermediate. Now, my story is very simple as to how I got into cardistry. It was a friend who showed me a card trick and fell in love with it, and a couple months later, I found a video that taught cardistry. That's pretty much it. Now, if you don't know what cardistry looks like, well, here's an example. Only being 2 decades old, cardistry is still growing every day, and with each person carries a unique story. And that's what I'm here to find out. So let's begin.
What's up? I'm Joey, 14, and I'm a cardist.
My name is Justine, and I'm 19 years old.
My name is Kevin. My last name is YU. I'm 20.
Yes, my name is Sacha, and I'm 14 years old.
Started cardistry like a bit over a year ago.
I started doing cardistry about 3 years ago.
I've been doing cardistry for 5 years.
Always did a little bit of cardistry, but I feel like I didn't really start doing it like every day until like September of 16.
The one thing about cardistry that excites me personally are the playing cards. There's so many cards out there, and each with a unique design. There are even some that are specifically made for cardistry. Me personally, my collection is not as good as someone else's. But it all depends on who sees it.
Like, have I spent?
Yes.
Overall, like how much have I spent on them?
Yes.
Okay. Like, in Canadian dollars, right?
In total, or in...
Maybe a bit over $1,000 Canadian.
At least 150k.
These few years, like with the custom decks and stuff, I probably spent about like $800.
I'd say closer to like 1,500, something like that.
Well, I've met Troy Shands. I've met you. That was pretty cool.
Well, I met Caitlin and, the whole Toronto group.
I met up with quite a lot of you guys. Like, I met up with you guys in the Toronto Jam.
Okay, let me think. Like, there are many people. There are just so many people.
Since I meet a lot of people online, I end up meeting them in person too, especially if they don't live too far away.
Well, one friend, do you know Gary A?
Yeah, I know Gary.
He quit cardistry for a few years. And I didn't get to know him when he was in the community. I asked my friend who the hell he was, and he told me this guy is in Toronto. And then I sent him a message on Facebook.
Also, in Montreal, there's a local cardistry group, and I met with them through a famous cardist who lives in Montreal, actually.
Well, not a lot. I also play violin and music, so probably practicing.
I don't know. I think I always had a lot of like weird hobbies, so I'd probably be like doing the Chinese yo-yo, juggling.
Now, in the era of social media, it's easier for people to share things that they love doing, which can cause them to reach a more wider audience, which in effect could maybe lead to a career.
Well, it is a big platform, yes. I feel like I can't really have a future, I can't really have a career in doing this with cards unless I like print decks and sell them.
I thought about it, and it could be a possibility, but if
I think it's just gonna be a hobby. I feel like you can't really make any money unless you're selling a product.
At first, like when I do cardistry, I want to use my playing cards. I didn't think it can be a company, but I always want to have my own decks. Yeah, because that was my dream, to have my own decks, and I'm always working toward that dream.
I feel like I'll probably have another job and be doing this on the side.
You have to make something really unique, or you have to be like up there. How has it affected my life?
the way that I've actually made friends thanks to Cardistry.
Well, I guess, like we were talking about before, like, it allowed me to meet a lot of cool people from different parts of the world.
I made friends with them, I met other cardists like you, and I made new friends. And, it's really become a passion of mine, so that's...
There's a lot of cool video editing or video opportunities, which I find really interesting, too.
Yeah, just, like, networking and learning new things from other people, exchanging ideas.
And I've found my way onto a kids' magic TV show. Yeah, that's basically how it's affected my life. Well, quite a while ago, we had XCM, which is Extreme Card Manipulation, and it was a lot of moves that were more like, sort of like juggling.
From what I saw, Cardistry was like, a lot of aerial shots by the verts and...
Okay, so before, like 4 or 5 years ago, I feel like there's no... only a few people recognize the art that's called cardistry.
Well, I guess when I first started cardistry, like when I first heard about it, like before I was really a cardist, like I remember all the magicians called cardistry knuckle busters.
But I feel like Zach Mueller, he expanded. He make cool videos, and he make a cardistry as it can be a commercial product as well.
You practice them a lot, practice this one move a lot. Quite difficult to get, but when you get it, it's awesome. It is like juggling, I guess. And it's slowly been moving on to more aesthetically pleasing, sort of fancy card movements that are easier to get down, master, I guess.
Called cardistry knuckle busters because it's just people doing crazy stuff and it hurt your knuckles because it was so hard. But like I feel like now it's like a very universal thing that like everyone does, even if you're a magician.
Special effects in cardistry videos, which make them even more astonishing than they already are.
I mean, it kind of is now, but I feel like it's more accepted as like its own thing now, which is pretty cool.
Overall, cardistry is something that's very new, and in a way it's still growing. I'm not able to tell the future, but I believe that over time this art form will grow into something as big as its predecessor. Well, it's up to you to decide whether cardistry is for you, but as for me, cardistry will always have a place in my heart, because it's introduced me to many new things and has shown me that there's more to playing cards than you see, and it's allowed me to meet the coolest people that I know today.